bro.
You have a question. Is your head good by any chance?
I hope so.
Can I find out? Like, can I get your number or something?
I'm married.
What's going on, guys? It's Progress, and Progress is on point. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about all these women are 304s. Now, I also want to just say, get on the Discord, right? It's in the description. Get in that, and you can also get on the Patreon down below as well. Get on the, you can donate if you wish on the Buy Me Coffee. If you, any amount is appreciated. $1, I don't know, whatever the minimum is, anything is appreciated, man. Just go straight to the Patreon. And I just wanted to get that out. Please get in the Discord though. I really want a mgtow active space. But yeah, today let's get to the topic at hand. So all women are 304s, right? Now listen, man. I saw a guy on my feed today on TikTok, which I was so surprised that now there's guys saying all women are 304s on TikTok now. And I was even thinking I might even start doing that. But it's come to a point where guys are realizing, look, listen, I am shadow banned, so the only reason why I'm making these videos is for you guys, right? I'm not making these videos for anyone else but you guys, right? So I want guys to understand that your mindset needs to be solidified, right? But you need to look at your experiences through your own life. For example, I talked on a live stream about love doesn't exist with these 304s, that they don't love you and they're just looking for what you have, right? What you can provide, money, time, attention, right? It doesn't just mean money, right? But everything is materialistic that they want, right? So for example, you've got, this 304 which tried to speak to me, and I was talking to her, and I was asking her questions, and she's like, oh, my head's hurting, right? And you do this with other 304s, and guess what? The same thing keeps on happening. They keep on telling you that, oh, I'm celibate, oh, I'm a virgin. They keep on telling you that you are, they say the same things when you're having relations, right? And you know what I'm saying? You start to realize that they're just the same. You start asking them, okay, what are you into? For example, kinks, right? And they all have the exact same kinks, bro. That's another thing guys don't understand. The mindset that they have is also the exact same, right? They're all there for their own selfish purposes. And these 304s, right, are just looking for what they can take from you, what they can seize. They're tyrants, basically. So they like to dominate, they like power, they like control. Because when a being only has one thing which they're worth, which is the box, that's why I say that these 304s are only worth the box, right? And I would get on TikTok with this, but I don't know. I was thinking about that because that's a big platform. That platform is massive, and I don't think there's a mgtow on TikTok, to be honest with you, or a black pill, right? And it would be such an important thing for guys to hear. You know what I'm trying to say? As I'm trying to say, I'm trying to expand the channel, but obviously I'm shadow banned. I'm completely shadow banned. That's crazy. How is it even possible that YouTube can just completely shadow ban me like this? To a point where now I can't, the algorithm doesn't push my shit out. It's crazy. It's insane. And I think that just shows you, right, from what's going on with me, that this is the truth. It's the unequivocal truth, right? And at the end of the day, guys are waking up now, right? People are now enjoying their life, staying single, right? Being at a point where men are now enjoying their video games, their peace and quiet, right? Nothing of this, sitting there and having to think about a 304 all day, right? Like these 304s, the only thing that they're good for is the box. And when you start realizing that, your mindset will change completely, because that means that if one thing's only good for a box, right, you really do put that thing to the complete bottom of a totem pole, right? And then you also need to start looking outside, right, of yourself. what have you yourself not put first that has messed you up, right? And a lot of guys, well, all of us have done the thing by putting a 304 before us, right? And that's what messes you up as a guy. You need to be putting yourself first, right? That's what I tell guys. That's why I say just pay. And you know, that guy was also talking about just pay as well. So, you know what I'm saying, salute to him, man. The best thing you can do is just pay. And the only way that you're going to get this service of this fake femininity, right, is by if you go and pay for it, right? You can rent a girlfriend, you can rent a whatever have you, a wife or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they do. I don't think you can do that second part, but like you can do like a fake, you know, the fake thing where you pay for it and whatnot. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, as long as you're staying single and you're enjoying your life, right, that's all that matters. And this whole shit about thinking that these 304s are for you, man, they're not. I've never, and it's so wicked how that these 304s operate, bro. And I'm not going to say the full word even when I'm shadow banned, because there's the likelihood that I'm going to get put on the algorithm. And yeah, man, it comes to a point where you start to understand the wickedness of these flipping 304s, man. It's crazy. The way in which that they operate is like, it's so opportunistic and materialistic that it's so stupid. But you as a logical man, right, you'll look at it and be like, why would someone operate this wicked? Because the thing about men is we're actually good people, right? You know what I'm saying? We're actually good people. Like, for example, I've talked about on my channel, right, the divorce between my mum and my dad. I could see that my dad was trying to obviously resolve things, right? He was trying to help things out, maintain them. Well, you would have your mum, right, treating your dad like, you know, shit, and you're sitting there like, fuck, what really is going on in this past, what was going on in this past relationship? And in actuality, what it was is, you know, someone had power and another person didn't, right? These 304s, right, for example, my mum, she had the house in her name, she had everything in her name. So man, that's another thing, right? These guys be giving stuff away to these 304s, and guess what? They give stuff to these women, and then they go ahead and they destroy everything, right? And yes, this is going up on YouTube, and honestly, I just think at a point, guys, the world is becoming a place where now, yes, 63% of men from 18 to 29 are single, but that means nothing to me, because at the end of the day, those 63 turns into 25% of those men which stay single from the ages of 29 to 59, right? So guys, it doesn't matter. Like, and then there's also the 3% of men that fall off from the ages of around, I think it's 49 to like that 39 to 59, around there. People start getting remarried, and then it goes to 28%, right? So all these statistics just show you that there's some guys which will fall, and there's some guys which will then learn again, because guess what happens after that? Then later on in the life, for the ends of their life, then those 3% of men go back to being single. That's what the statistics show. So yeah, it's interesting, right, that you see that there's these men, right, who will go and burn their hand on the stove. And I talk about this multiple times. You may need to burn your hand on the stove once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. There's guys out here who are still burning their hand on the stove who will then wake up later, right? They'll wake up later. So don't think that you have to burn your hand on the stove by getting into these relationships and these marriages, right? Having investments with these 304s, having kids and whatnot. You don't need to, right? The best thing you need to do now is to work on yourself and help yourself out, man, because at the end of the day, man, listen, these 304s are just looking for what they can get from you. These 304s could care less about you, and man, you wonder why that they're just so wicked, and it's just because they're all the same, right? I know you're seeing the patterns just like me, but it's because they're all the same, man. And men are waking up. The reason why they're all the same is because they all want the same things, and they understand that they only have one bit of worth, right? And guys will give them so much for that worth, right? So they're going to use that to their advantage, and then their ego gets put to the sky, right? You give them status, these 304 status, right? You give them power, and they, guess what? They turn into a fucking tyrant. They turn into this power-seizing, just ridiculous human being, right? And they just want to seize and take what is theirs, right? They don't care about other people or how they feel. They just care about themselves, and they're so wicked and cruel. And you don't have to deal with 10, 20. Stop with this. Like, I'm sick and tired of this, like, guys saying, oh, I've never had a girlfriend, oh, I've never been married or never had kids. You don't need that. I'm telling you, you don't. It depends upon the person. There's so many people here with different, like, you might be wise, right, because you're genetic. Some people here might be better at academics. Some people might be better here at their job or whatever have you, or something in life than other people. Everyone learns at different stages. Every single person here in my space is different, right? And you guys don't have to go and get into that. I know that there's some guys who have even been married and whatnot, and they've done it 2 times, 1 time, fucking 3, 4 times, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Don't just think that you have to have been through something like that. You just need to consume the content and really study it, man. That's why I say you guys should ask questions. And yeah, man, that's progress, man. That's progress. Get into the Discord, it's in the description. Join the Patreon, link in the description. Exclusive videos down there and exclusive content, uncensored. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Also, donate if you wish into the Buy Me Coffee. Any amount is appreciated. Goes straight to my Patreon, which I'll pay for the membership. Stay safe. It's been progress, and progress has been on point. Remember, all these women are 304s. Peace.